Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World number 4. Back again on the new route, the Bernina line, where last time we went up, this time we're going down. Although last time we went up and then went up again. This time we're going down and then we're going up. So we did a downward stretch in the summer this time to see what the difference is. Last time it was all snowy and stuff. When we get to the bottom, we're going to see if we can get the 166 up. Last time, if you watched to the end, which no one did, we attempted to get the pacer up the grade. Go and watch the end of that video to see how we got on. If you are watching this on YouTube, by the way, that was out last time. This going out on a day. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get this route. There'll be a link down there to a Twitch page as well, and a link down there to the Discord server. Good evening to Trent, Shorty, Derek, Aaron, Nitro, Ethan, and Connor. There we go. So yes, enjoyed the upward route. So we will do the going down. We will go timetable. We'll pick the one and only train. So we're going to go from Ospizio to Tirano, so hour and 46 minutes. So it's a bit of a trek down. We'll do that one, but we'll change the weather. We'll go July. That's 78 degrees. We like that. So at least this time I'll be able to see what's going on. Did I get home early? No. Normal time. Hi Daz. Hi CN.
Allegra, liebe Fahrgäste. Das Zugteam der Rätischen Bahn begrüßt Sie im Regionalzug nach Alp, Grün, Cavalia.
Oh God, we got to set this thing up.
Le Prese.
Oh, hang on. I might have just turned the battery off. Bear with me.
Campo Cologno, Tirano und wünscht eine angenehme Reise. Bei Fragen stehen wir Ihnen gerne zur Verfügung.
I may have killed it. I may have just killed it. Hang on.
Reggio, servizio per Alprum, Cavagila, Poschiavo, Licurt, Le Prese, Miralago, Brusio, Campascio, Campo.
We've got no display. Hang on, I might have to turn the thing on. Bear with me. It might be the key thing. Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the train crew of the Rhaetian Railway welcomes you on
There we go. It was the key. It's fine.
Service to Alp Grum, Cavalia, Poschiavo, Licurt, Le Prese, Miralago, Brusio, Campascio, Campo Cologno.
That's a lot of stops.
Tirano, and wishes you a pleasant journey. If you have any questions, the train crew will be happy to answer them for you.
Will they? Right, we're into forward. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's wow. That's different to as it was when we came up here in the snow. Yeah, what train crew? Exactly. Yeah, it's quite cool. It's a 3-car train, but then we've got 3 carriages behind. Let's see if we can. Let's run down, shall we? We've got passengers as well. Look, get out of the way. So yeah, so this is a normal 3-car unit, which ends there, and then we're just pulling along some carriages behind us, which is quite cool. So yeah, that's a thing. Nice dokey. And yeah, we've now got a view over here that we didn't have before. Andrea, thanks very much for the follow. So yeah, it's going to be different experience going downhill. And yeah, when we do get to the bottom, we will attempt to some switches. What have we got here? Oh, they don't work. We will attempt to see if we can get a 166 back up it again. Right, let's sit in the driver's seat, lock the doors before we make our way. So it's got a cruise control, which is set at 25 kilometers an hour. So stop at Alp Grum. So what you do is you put the throttle up to about 70 odd %, and then release the brakes, and then it'll accelerate to 25. I'm intrigued to see if it will actually slow itself down, because we're going to be going downhill a hell of a lot. I'm hoping that's the case. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, yeah, that's just call me Ethan. That's a view. That's definitely quite view-like. Blimey. Okay, this is going to be more interesting on the way down, I think, than on the way up. I really like the snowy conditions on the way up, but I think this is going to be quite interesting on the way down. Imagine coming down in the winter. There's our thumbnail, done that. That's me. Yeah, okay, we've only just left, and I'm liking this. I think there's going to be a lot of those moments. Thank you. Damien. Hello. Oh, hang on. I saw him say hello. We didn't do a thing. Hang on.
Hello there. I see you doing that flying thing.
No, it's trains. Trains is what I'm doing, not flying. He'll learn one day, won't he? How's the work thing? Cold. People in the office were too hot, so they turned the heating off. And then, because I sit by a door, every time someone came in and out, I froze. So, you know, if I end up with pneumonia and die, we can blame my workplace. Right, we've got a 40 limit coming up. So we can then, that's all we do to increase the speed is adjust the cruise control, and it will then increase our speed and hold us at 40. I'm intrigued to see if it will then do that with the braking. I'm hoping it does. I can sue them for that. I'll be dead. So it'd be slightly difficult, really, wouldn't it? Yeah, my lunch break interruptus. So I then extended my lunch break and then guilt-free spent half an hour on the phone to Ethan. So I don't really care. Right, so we've got 35 limit and then a 30 limit. I'm just going to stay at 30. Look at that view, though. It will do dynamic brake downhill. Okay, well, it was brilliant on the way up. That's definitely quite viewy. I like the bassy rumble. This is definitely going to be quite interesting going down. And an hour and 45-minute run. So, okay, not a very long route. What was it? 38 kilometers. Because it's very, very, very twisty-turny. As we saw yesterday. The sounds are relaxing. I like it. It is one of those routes. I wasn't sure when we started it yesterday going up. It's one of those routes, I think, that you could just jump in this and have a relaxing run. Because you're not doing much with the controls. Because the cruise control's doing it all. So if you just want to sit and chill in some train sim, you know, if you're watching a film, listening to some music, doing something else, have this route on and just keep your eye on it and just stop at the stations I think it's definitely one of those that you can just almost have on and just enjoy the scenery. All right, through the snow shed. Yeah, we realised that on the way up yesterday. What else do you do when playing this? Some people have films on, listen to podcasts, watch a film, read a book, make an origami swan. Right, we got a 30 approaching, so the speed will come up a little bit. We are going to be a tad late. Right, down we go. And yeah, it's holding the 25. So yeah, we haven't got to do anything really until we get to the station. Right, about to go into the tunnel, and then in there is the 30.
In wenigen Minuten erreichen wir den einzigartigen Aussichtspunkt Alp Grün auf 2091 Metern mit Sicht auf den Palus-Gletscher und den Piz Palus. Hier eröffnet sich ein herrlicher Blick über das Puszlaw, das Val Poschiavo. In der Ferne spiegelt sich die Wasserfläche des Puszlawa-Sees.
Pochi minuti raggiungeremo l'esclusivo punto panoramico Alp Grün, che a 2091 metri offre una vista del ghiacciaio, del Palù e il Piz Palù. Qui si apre allo sguardo una magnifica vista su Puszlaw, la Val Poschiavo. In lontananza
Yeah.
si specchiano
Okay,
le acque
yeah, got that.
del
Yeah.
Poschiavo. In lontananza
Yeah,
si
totally got that.
specchiano le acque
Oh,
del
okay.
lago di Poschiavo.
Yeah, I speak Italian.
In a few minutes, we will reach the unique viewing point Alp Grün, which, at the height of 2,091 meters, looks over the Palus Glacier and the Piz Palus. Here, a spectacular vista opens over the Puszlaw, the Poschiavo Valley. In the distance, the waters of the lake of Poschiavo are reflected.
We might actually be able to see that view this time, because we couldn't see it yesterday because of, snow. Wow. That's camera collision. Yeah, wow. It's definitely more viewy on the way down in summer. That's quite cool. That is definitely quite cool. And the fact that, again, all we've done is set the cruise control at 30. And it's just going to maintain that. You wouldn't want to do this in a train with... Well, I suppose you could just set a brake, couldn't you? Once you're at 7% grade, which most of it is, you just set the brake and it will hold your speed. Is that how cruise control works? Well, yeah, on my car it does. You just set the speed, and whether you're going uphill or downhill, it'll either go on the speed or off the speed. Mine doesn't apply the brakes, so if you're going downhill, there is a risk that you will accelerate. Yeah, we're going to a place, and then we're going to more places after the place, and then after the place we're going to a place. So Alp Grün is next, which could be 300 meters away, which could be like 10 seconds, or based on this it could be take us like half an hour to get there. But in fact it's just up here, and we're already late, so we're doing well. No, it won't stop unless I set it to 0. But it'll just keep 30 now. So I come off the power. And apply the brakes. Oh, a little bit overrun, but that's fine. Alright, let's get out and have a look at this view then. I'm guessing that's the glacier. That's quite nice, isn't it? And that's where we got to go. We're going down there. So we'll be going round there in a minute. Oh, lock the doors. That's me. Ow. Walked into the train. Bear with me. We'll be there in a second. Just going to shut the door. Thank you. Right, lock doors. What we should do is this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Sims and Stuff train travel service going to Tirano. In the seatbelt pocket in front of you, you'll find our next of kin card. If you kindly fill out the details of your next of kin on that card, we'll know who to contact in the event of your untimely death on this journey. If you also like to fill out any usernames, credit card numbers, PIN numbers, passwords, etc., we'll make use of those as well. For your convenience, we have already ticked the Sims and Stuff life insurance box, and whatever you do, don't read the small print. There we go. Right then. So, power up to 70. Release the brake. It will then accelerate us to 30 again. So round that corner we go. That is quite impressive. So there are a number of scenarios with this, some of which include freight. So while this thing's currently pulling passenger carriages, I'm guessing there's a way of getting freight up and down. So one of the scenarios was doing an oil tanker. So maybe we come back and do this in the future. We'll look at some of those scenarios. But tonight we are going to get all the way to the bottom. And then what we're going to do is jump in the 166 and see if we can get the 166 up the hill. Because as Ethan pointed out, the 166 doesn't do very well on a flat surface. So how's it going to go on this? We did try it with the Pacer last night on the last video if you're watching it on YouTube and you got this far. So go back and watch that. At the very end, about the last 10-15 minutes of the video, you'll see how we got on with the Pacer. Yeah, Harry reckoned he'd get a steam train up this. Yeah, freight is on the back of the passenger trains. Yeah, exactly. So it's quite a cool feature. So we got 10 minutes to do 2 kilometers. So you'd normally think 2 kilometers, mile and a bit, easy. But it's going to take us, well, 9 minutes now to get there. It's now 2.1 kilometers. We're actually getting further away from our next stop. Oh no, back down to 2 kilometers. It's because of the twistiness. That distance is as the crow flies. Unless he's a very drunk crow called Ed. So we got lots of twisting and turning till we get there. Doesn't like that going externally. We'll keep it internally then. I am quite relieved that I've just got to set the speed exactly the same as I did on the way up and leave it at 30. So, out of the snow shed. That's a view. As views goes, that is definitely a view. I really like that low down rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. I think the most interesting bend on this is the one just after we started. That really tight corkscrew that went up and over itself, which I'm guessing we probably do on multiple occasions, but that one was quite good because we had a little viaduct thing. So you just come around the mountain that side, out here and back round again. So it's just this constant drop. Definitely making the most of the volumetric frogs. Right, I wonder how long it's going to be before we meet our first train coming the other way. I think we met 3 of them, maybe 4 of them when we were on our way up. Which means we do have to keep our eye on the signals, because it's not just going to be a green run all the way down. But it is quite easy. I'm not doing anything. The speed's controlling itself. I'm just a passenger, technically, on this one. What a difference doing it between winter and summer makes. I can imagine, as we suggested yesterday, doing it at night will be a whole other thing, because that's the only light you would see. We'd see the light from the headlight. The only light you would see is when you come to a station, and there's only what, 6 of them, 7 of them on the whole hour and 3/4. No, it's currently 78 degrees, so it's pretty warm. It would be an experience, yeah. As experiences go, it would definitely be one. So yeah, we've still got 1.7 kilometers to go. Michael, 42 of the months. Thank you very, very much indeed, Michael. That's many of the months. That's nearly 43, if my maths is correct. Thank you indeed. I should imagine riding this route in winter would be an experience, but riding it in summer, very nice. I'm certainly intrigued to see how the 166 goes when we bring it up at the end. Oh god, yeah, it's 500 OMSI videos. Blimey. I think we're due to do that again soon as well on the stream. Speaking of things coming up then, tomorrow night we're back with some Winter Resort Simulator 2. where we finally got all the cableways running. So tomorrow night we'll be focusing on clearing the ski slopes and hopefully starting to make some money. Thursday night we got some farming back on the multiplayer farm. Friday night, in a change to our scheduled programming, we got trucking. We're going to do that Friday and play some tunes as well. Saturday lunchtime will be more Train Sim World 4, where it'll either be on this or Blackpool branches. Saturday night, to be confirmed, we were going to do a shooty game, but might do that when there's a few more people around. And then Sunday afternoon, back on the farm. So our stop is all the way over there. We've still got to get to it. So we're now getting further away. It's like, yeah, the station's there behind us. No, it wasn't GTA. It was Combat something. Oh, I got it wrong today. Combat something. It was a shooty game, which we will do. But we only had like 4 of us. Or no, we had 7 of us, I think. But only 4 for trucking. So I've switched it around. We're doing trucking Friday, and we'll do the shooty one when we've got more of us. So I think that'll be good fun. Combat Master, that's the one. Right, swinging our way around. So we should now be heading back towards the station after going away from it. I see why it takes so long just to do a 38-kilometer trip. And again, I wasn't sure on this yesterday. When I first jumped in it and started going uphill, I was like, I don't know about this. I actually kind of like it now. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to do the scenarios. The whole freight thing, I think could be quite cool because that's different. A passenger train then hooking up to some freight and then depositing that somewhere. So that could be quite interesting. So maybe we'll come back after this stream and then do a couple of the scenarios. But it's certainly it's almost a different route in summer as it was to winter when we did it yesterday. Quite surprised we haven't passed another train yet. We've been going like nearly half an hour. I don't think there's any trolley service. No, there are passing points. Actually, we got a red after this next station.
Nächster Halt, Cavalia.
Prossima fermata, Cavagila.
Next stop, Cavalia.
So yeah, so we got a red after this next station at Cavalia. So I'm guessing we're going to be waiting at the station for a train to come through. We are running late. There we go. There's our station. Yeah, I actually think it looks, well, because you can see something. I think it looks better in summer. Oh, there's the other train. Look. There is a safety system. I haven't got it turned on. Have I unlocked the right... Hang on, I've unlocked the wrong side. Forget that. Don't worry about that. There we go. Unlock the correct side. That's better. Yes, it's a 3-car train, and we're pulling 3 carriages at the end. Which is quite cool. There's the one going up. Yeah, it does look really nice in the summertime. Right, locking doors. Lock them on the right-hand side. Because I've got the cruise control set to 30, is all you do. Throttles, drain brakes on, throttles off. So you set the throttle, and then you just release the brake, and it will just accelerate to 30. And now we've passed that train, which is actually quite a good point to pass it. On we go. So the next stop is in 4.5 kilometers, which isn't very far away. 20 minutes. 20 minutes to do sort of 3 miles. So if you look at a map, so that's why, look at this. That's why it's going to take us 20 minutes to get down to the next stop. Look at that. And then we go down again, a little bit of a zigzag. There's the interesting loop. And then all the way down to the end. So you think, oh yeah, 4 kilometers. It ain't going to take very long. No, 20 minutes. It's not that long a route though. It's only 38 kilometers. But it's because of the ziggy-zaggy. Yeah, it's an hour and 45 minutes to get from the top to the bottom. As I said, what we'll do when we get down there is we will jump in the 166. And see if we can get that up there. The Pacer had an advantage because it was geared, so it changed down. So that was definitely an advantage. The 166, I think, I don't know. It struggles on the flat, so I don't know how it's going to cope on a 7% grade. I'm guessing we'll find out. So that's one train we've passed. Wow, that's a view. That's one train we've passed. I'm sure it's 4 on our way up. But I suppose it depends on the time of year. So whether the timetable's different in the summer, I don't know. It isn't, is it? Because you can pick the timetable and then pick the time of year, so that's not going to be a difference. That's very misty over there. Is the 166 the orange train? No, the one that comes with Great Western Express. Don't forget, this is a narrower gauge track as well, so technically other trains shouldn't work on it. So it went, but the wheels are a bit, you know, as you'll see when we get down there. A train won't come at us because there's signals. And passing points. It's actually really relaxing because it is so slow. And because of the fact I haven't got to do anything, I'm just sat here. it makes it even more chilled. The only time I've got to do stuff, really, is when I approach a station. So our next stop is all the way down there, look. Right at the bottom of that valley. 2.5 kilometers away. You'd like to do a cruise. I'd like to do a cruise, but it has to be the right cruise. I wouldn't want to do a cruise where you're just herded off the ship and then sightseeing and then back on the ship again. Tom Cruise. It's quite short. I don't like short people. They've all got anger issues. There's a mountain. There's a mountain there. Wow. That's pretty cool. See, imagine this route if they brought in multiplayer and you could be a guard. So you do the whole guarding thing and check people's tickets. And on a route like this, you've got like 15 minutes then to just sit and look out the window. But yeah, I'll do the guard. I'm guessing Ethan wasn't here when I made the comment about short people. Good. It's probably missed. Yeah, so that's why we're going all the way down there. That's why, you know, we're 2.5 kilometers away. And we've still got 15 minutes. You're not short. You are. In this community, you're average. No, in this community, you're short. In a community full of people that are queuing up to try and be in Christmas plays, you're still short. Audition. That's the word I was trying to think of. Audition. Right, we're now getting further away. We're now 3 kilometers from Posciavo. $130 something cent. Who measures their height in centimeters? We're not American. You didn't get a part last year, so you quit. Yeah, because you were too short. Oh, we got a yellow. Why have we got a yellow and then a couple of greens? That's interesting. Why is it giving us a yellow? I'm intrigued now as to why it's giving us a yellow. I'm going to ignore it. Oh, we got a red. So we're going to pass another train down here. Oh, no, it's just gone green. Hey, what's going on? Oh, unless there is a train in the passing loop, maybe. That might be why it gave us a yellow. So, have we got the right of way then? Is there going to be a train sat down here? No. I am definitely confused. Because this is where there was a train. No, it's not. No, forget that. I'm an idiot. There was a station where we ran the red. I mean, the game mucked up yesterday. Yeah, I've been doing under the speed limit though, and I don't think I'll be catching up with another train. Oh wow, look at that for a view. That's definitely viewy. That's definitely a view from a train. Is Ethan still the shortest? No. It's certainly up there as really good views that I've seen in Train Sim World 4. I can't think of any other route that's made me go, wow. We've still got 10 minutes to go before we get to the next stop, and it's 1.9 kilometers away. It's like, it's just down there. And we're still going away from it. It's over there. Oh. It's down there. This is definitely pretty cool. Oh yeah, the engineering that goes into these routes is pretty incredible. Tirano to Ospizio. Scotland. It's not in Scotland. It's just outside of Wolverhampton. Getting on the train, going from Tirano to Ospizio. Gonna go and do some shopping at Farm Foods. It's not Bergen. I'm a Jedi. My name's Colin. I'm a Jedi. Oh, we can actually see the ground down. Oh wow, look. See the villages and stuff through the haze now. We still got to go all the way over there. We're getting further away. Well, we were 2 kilometres away from the station, and now we're 2.4. Daniel. I think it's probably quite a good name. He's probably a Star Wars fan called Colin. Not realising that he stumbled across this stream one night and said hello. See, that'd be good for a name badge. That'd almost be good for a t-shirt. Although I'm going to stop my merch. The name's Colin. I'm a Jedi. This line releases today, or released today. And there it is. Yeah, we did it last night in the snow, going uphill. So thought we'd do summer going downhill. When we get to the bottom, what we'll do is stick a 166 on it, because it's a 7% grade. We're going to see how far we can get a 166. We know now to go in free roam, because we had some issues yesterday. So we've still got to go all the way down there. And we're still 7 minutes away. We're now getting further away, 2.8 kilometers. What if you're called Colin but not a Jedi? You've got to be an accountant, really, if you're called Colin. Trundling up the Alps. We're going down. We went up yesterday. We stayed overnight. Now we're coming back down again. Don't look down. So I have to keep telling myself when Ethan's around. I look down. There he is. I had some issues with the scenery yesterday, but look at it. That's pretty good. And you got that mist in the distance. That's not bad. That is probably the best scenery in Train Sim World 4. Must be quite tough, because I'm guessing this is using engine braking or motor braking. It's not using... You wouldn't have the brakes on all this way. Because otherwise you'd be changing the brake pads every time it got to the bottom. So normally when they're really steep grades, you'd have the cog system in place, which is what they've got on Snowdonia, I think. It's cog driven, so there's a wheel underneath, and you get a clank, 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 clank. It's driven by cog, because it's too much to get traction. RSW 077. Your parents really hated you, didn't they? Thanks so much for the follow. What should we call him? I don't know. Tony? No, Tony's too old-fashioned. Brian. No, we can't call him Brian. That's just cruel. I know. We'll call him RSW 077. Perfect. Ralph. I used to have... Is a lad next to me when I was growing up called Ralph.
Treffen wir in Poschiavo, dem Hauptort des Tals, ein. 3 Türme prägen das Ortsbild. Die reformierte Barockkirche, das Rathaus und die Stiftskirche San Vittore mit ihrem imposanten romanischen Turm. Von denjenigen Gästen, die hier aussteigen, möchten wir uns verabschieden. Wir danken Ihnen und wünschen einen schönen Aufenthalt in Poschiavo.
Stiamo appena arrivando a Poschiavo, il capoluogo della valle. Si possono osservare le 3 torri che sono un'attrazione storica e emblematica della città. Una è la chiesa barocca della Riforma, una appartiene al municipio e una alla chiesa di San Vittore. Auguriamo ai passeggeri che ci lasciano qui una piacevole visita a Poschiavo e grazie per aver viaggiato con noi.
We are just coming into Poschiavo, the main town in the valley. Look out for the 3 towers which are landmarks here. One is the Baroque Church of the Reformation, one belongs to the town hall, and one to the Church of San Vittore. would like to wish passengers leaving us here a pleasant visit to Poschiavo, and thank thank you for travelling with us.
What a great announcement. And greetings to Switzerland as well. Yes, your message got blocked by the mod there, Michael. Yeah, I really like the announcements. I can't remember hearing that one on the way up either. Right, we're now approaching Poschiavo, where we have a red. It did happen. I wasn't listening. I'm actually preferring the view on the way down because you can actually see something rather than just looking up a mountain. Certainly because it was snowy yesterday.
Nächster Halt, Poschiavo.
Prossima fermata, Poschiavo.
Next stop, Poschiavo.
We just said that. You told us about the towers, of which we can't see any. Right, we are now coming into Poschiavo. Well, there's a red. We've got to be careful of the red. Don't run the red. I'm being very, very careful. So I'm guessing because we've got this red, we're waiting for another train. We're actually early. That'll do. Oh no, we've got a green now. Stop with the camera collisions. We have made it to Poschiavo. Right, so we've got La Courte, La Presse, Miralago, Brusio, Campascio, Campolonio, Tirano. Hi, Bob. Strange name for a girl, that. I'm really liking this route. Wait until 8:22. We can do that. Oh, we got people. Hello, people. How are you doing? Don't know what that was. Clear up the windows, can we? There we go. Oh, we needed the mirrors, which are pointless. There we go. Fold out the mirrors for no reason whatsoever. Right, okay. Okay, so throttle goes up. We don't move. And then we just come off the brake. We have got a red. Right, there's a red just round the corner. I'm actually going to close those windows. I'm guessing we're going to wait round here for the train then. Don't run the red. Careful of the red. There's a red. Don't run the 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 red. I was going to stop here. I was close enough. So I'm guessing there's a train coming the other way. So we haven't passed one for a little while. We've only passed one, haven't we? No, was it two? One. I wasn't keeping count. It's either one or two we've passed going the other way. One. I'm sure one. Should we look at the map? We are there. There is a train there. So yes, there is a train approaching. So we have to wait for le train. It's French, or French speaking. That is pretty cool scenery. I am impressed. We will come back and do some of the scenarios in this, because there's freight scenarios as well using this passenger train. That's a thing. And I wasn't sure if I'd like this route, but I kind of do. It is very relaxing, very well done. I do like the fact that you can just put the cruise control on and basically just sit and chill between stations, and the cruise control just adjusts the speed whether you're going uphill or downhill. We've now got to wait for the train to come the other way. Tomorrow, by the way, back with some more mountainy type snowy sort of thing. Winter Resort Simulator 2. Thursday we're back on the farm, doing some multiplayer farming. Friday night we got some trucking and tunes, songs starting with the letter C for cloud, because why not. Saturday lunchtime there's been more Train Sim World 4. Saturday night something multiplayer, don't know what yet, and then Sunday afternoon more farming, and then more mayhem back next week. Feels like a Wednesday today because I streamed yesterday. I'm confused. Well, it's going to be the same speed as me, isn't it? So it's going to be doing 30 kilometers an hour on the way up, so it's going to take a little while. We shouldn't be too long now. It's single tracks. We can't go anywhere until it gets here. We're only only 1.1 kilometers from the next station, but that could be, 25 miles of track between us and it. Hopefully that isn't the case, though. See, if we'd have been that early, it would have held us at the station back there, but we weren't. But I'm now inclined to think that we're going to be late at the next stop. I cannot see a train. There is no train. We are quite lacking in train. In fact, for clarity, there is no train. There it is. I see it. Here it comes. There you go. Does seem to be going quite quick. The AI was doing that yesterday. Right, there we go. We got our green. It's definitely cool. You just leave the cruise control, which is pretty much 30 the whole way, with the odd faster and slower bit. Oh, it might just be a straight run down, actually. Probably why it took a while, because there was a station in the way. So we had to wait for it to stop at this station. Because the station must be single track. That's why we were waiting. That's why we were kept. How's the new route? I really like it. It's almost a completely different route in the summer.
Nächster Halt, Lee-Kurt.
Prossima fermata, Lee-Kurt.
Next stop, Lee-Kurt.
We put the pacer on it yesterday going up. It ended. It definitely ended. There's a parked car. When we get to the bottom, we're going to stick a 166 on and see what happens. And see if we can get that to go up. Right, we are arriving in Lee-Kurt. Roughly on time. 30 seconds late, something like that. Oh, stop with the camera collisions. Stop it. Stop. I've never had a route so bad for camera collisions as this one. I think because everything's quite close to the train. I think that's the problem. We've got people getting on and off. I'll go to the rear view. There we go. Nope. If I change views, if I press number 8, it wouldn't do it. Right. It is a me issue. Right. Locking doors. Right, Le Press is in 2.6 kilometers. Set power, releasey. So we can actually go faster. But we got a 50, a 45, then a 50, then a 40, then a 60. And then a stop. Things I know it's going to go back down to a... That's a slightly squished car. It almost feels, going faster than this almost feels too fast. It is quite cool. Yeah, so we got 45, 50, 40, 60, 30. So it's almost pointless speeding up. I'll just keep it at 30. Just bring the speed most of the way down. Can you imagine going on this this route though? In summer, I think it'd still be just a stunning thing to do. Imagine you'll get tourists just go to the top because they can. I'd go up there just for the view. Oh, I'd love to drive up some like proper alpine roads, or I've never driven up into like the French Alps and stuff.
Hello there.
Right, so we've got a 40, then a 60, then a 30. We'll just keep it at 30. We might be a couple of minutes late, but it's fine. Just enjoy the view. It's interesting how they've modelled this for DC and AC, this train. So I almost think that we're going to see this same train somewhere else that runs on AC, because there's 3 pantographs. The one at the front and the back are both DC. The one in the middle is AC. So I've got a feeling this isn't the only route we're going to see this train on. 60 quid to do this route. That's not bad. Obviously, you've got to get to wherever it starts from first. So you've got to fly into the nearest airport, which I should imagine from the UK would be a couple of flights. Some sort of train transfer, and then the train up here. It's a way to spend a weekend away, isn't it? Right, 600 meters, man, next station. Should get an announcement soon, I reckon.
Nächster Halt, Le Prese.
Prossima fermata, Le Prese.
Next stop, Le Prese.
This is quite cool. The train just running down. See, it's almost tram-like. This route's only released today. Did the uphill version of it yesterday, and going downhill today. So did Tirano to Ospizio yesterday, and now doing Ospizio down to Tirano. An hour and 45-minute run. When we do get to the bottom, we will be sticking a 166 on it to see if it will go up, because it's a 7% grade. We did try the pacer yesterday. Oh, that braked a bit early. We're now arriving at Le Prese. Right, open doors. Yep, stop with the... Stop. I've never had a route this bad with camera collisions. That's my only negative on it. 53 miles nearest airport. So you could go and hire a car then, I suppose. It's very well detailed. I like the fact that you've got to put the batteries on. I don't know what that screen does, but that does things. We're being held here for a little bit as well. Hotel Le Prese. I think that might be our... there we go. I did leave the brakes on, yeah. Just, the train's slightly rolling away. Not a lot of cars, is there? Tirano. Oh, hang on, we've got to get back on. I like the fact that on the tables, look, it's got the route is on the table. That's quite cool. A little map thing. Oh, hang on. Right, lock doors. Alright, set the power, release the brakes. Miralago, 2.5k. Yeah, it's definitely a really, really good route. Was he a baddie in a James Bond film? It could be. Oh, that's quite lakey. That's definitely quite lakey. Yeah, that's definitely a lake. Likey, lakey, lakey, likey. Looky, lakey, looky, lakey, likey, looky, likey, lakey. I definitely think it'd be quite cool to do this route at night. Obviously, you wouldn't get any of the scenery, but I imagine it'd be quite interesting doing it when it's dark. Obviously, we've done it in the snow, going up. Obviously, summertime now coming down. You can see the Loch Ness Monster on its holiday. Got to go somewhere. I definitely want a holiday this year. That's got to happen. Wow, that's a view. Well, no, a relaxing holiday. Well, you're about the same size as a Loch Ness Monster, Derek. Do you not get charged excess baggage? Are you not relaxing? No. That's going to be a stressful weekend, not a relaxing weekend. It's like you see these flights in America where you get... I know if someone's really large, they have to pay for 2 seats. But it's like you get really thin people and you get really fat people, yet they both pay the same price for the ticket. And yet, if you're over your baggage allowance for your suitcase, they'll charge you more. Surely you should be going, hang on a minute. I'm thinner than that fat person. So surely there's a difference in weight between me and them. I should therefore, me and my bags weigh less than them and their bags. I should pay less. Right, 900 meters from Miralago. And yeah, I know I can go faster, but I actually quite like just leaving it at 30. They started weighing people in the US because of that. Or they'd probably be up in arms. Just because I eat 25 donuts a day and go to KFC for breakfast, lunch, dinner and supper, you know, you're picking on me because I'm fat. Yes. I really have to lose weight. I've actually contemplated joining a gym. That's a scary prospect.
Nächster Halt, Miralago. Die nächste Station hat nur einen Bahnsteig. Bitte seien Sie vorsichtig, wenn Sie den Zug verlassen.
Prossima fermata, Miralago. La fermata successiva ha un solo binario. Preghiamo di fare attenzione mentre si scende dal treno.
Next stop, Miralago. The next station has a single platform. Please take care when leaving the train.
The only problem with me joining the gym is when I could go. I could only go at weekends, really. Right, we're now arriving at Miralago. There's been other stations that have got a single platform, so I don't know why they haven't announced those. But it hasn't got a single platform. There's one either side. So the announcement's wrong. It is a really good route. So it's almost a different route doing it in the summertime. Oh, the only thing that annoys me is the bloody camera collisions. It's, as I said, it's really relaxing. Could you just let the cruise control do the work? So you're not really doing anything apart from stopping. So I don't know how many more stops we got to go. Let's have a look. So we're due at Brusio in 10 minutes. Campasio on the hour, pretty much. Compalogno at 5 past. Tirano at 17. So still got another half an hour to go. What's the choice of train going uphill? This same one. Only comes in one train. I'm certainly intrigued by the freight aspect as well. So using this same train to pull freight. Because this is the only thing that can go up and down the mountain. When you got to get stuff up and down the mountain, you got to put freight on it, I suppose. So it just hauls a freight wagon behind. We tried the Pacer yesterday, going uphill from the bottom. And we will be trying the 166 when we get down to the bottom to see how that goes. Right, we're nearly done with loading the passengers. There we go, locked doors. So, set the power, release the brakes, and the train does the rest. Oh yeah, well, so the Pacer had an advantage because it changed down. The Pacer just stayed in first gear. And I think if I'd have had the time, I reckon that Pacer would have got all the way to the top without any problems. It would have just trundled its way up in first gear all the way. The 166 I don't think is going to do as well. We will find out in about 30 minutes' time. It'll almost be interesting because without any spoiling anybody, although we got this far on YouTube anyway, we got the Pacer up a little bit and then I just basically cut the power and it stopped and then rolled backwards. I almost think what you could do is put a train at the very top and just release the brakes and see what happened. It wouldn't be long before it derailed, obviously, but just seeing how far you could get. The 101 would go up this. I think, again, you just leave it in first gear and it would just trundle its way up really slowly. Yeah, I'd have no chance of getting a steam train up this. I'm no good with steam. Not on a 7% grade. I don't think you'd ever do it. Empty, maybe. Just a loco. But you wouldn't do it pulling stuff. HST, don't know. It's got a lot of power, but a 7% grade is a hell of a climb. So the advantage that the Pacer had is that it was geared. That is quite a cool view, though. So we've still got about 25 minutes before we get to the bottom. Ospizio is next, so we should get an announcement soon. I like the fact it's got his announcements. It's definitely relaxing from my point of view because I'm basically doing nothing. Yeah, it's just...
In a few minutes, we will be crossing the famous circular viaduct in Bruzio. This construction again makes a loop to lose or gain height, like the spiral tunnels after Bergune. The igloo-like stone mounds below were once used for storing wine and cheese.
Oh, that's quite cool. Which line is it? Berninialinie, Tirano to Ospizio. Yes, it's a 3-car unit with 3 passenger wagons behind it. It is. It's stunning. I think it's definitely the best scenery in any Train Sim World 4 route. Right, into the station. And then we go around that circular thing that it was on about. Really? It's not going to let me stop early. Okay. There we go. Right, unlock doors. Let's try to get some of the train on the platform at least. Yeah, it is really cool. So we came up it last night in snow. Snow was really well done, but you couldn't see anything. A, because you're going uphill, and B, because snow. But we've seen all the scenery coming down, and it is just, it's awesome. I wasn't sure on it last night, but I do now want to go and do the scenarios, which there's 5 of them, I think. One that lasts like nearly 2 hours, delivering oil up and down the line. So that'll be quite cool. So yeah, we'll come back and do those over the coming weeks, I think. But yeah, definitely impressed by it. And the fact that the control's easy. You've got this cruise control, which you just set to the required speed. You just set the throttle, release the brake, and the train just does everything. The train just maintains that speed set by the cruise control, whether going uphill or downhill. So you haven't really got to do anything. So it's one of those routes you could just stick on and just pay attention when you've got, you know, a red or you've got to stop at a station. So for me, although there's been a couple of times where it has exceeded 30 kilometers an hour, it's pretty much 30k all the way up or all the way down. Right, lock doors. So all you do now is set the throttle and then release the brake, and it will just accelerate up to the speed set by the cruise. Here's that circular viaducty thing down here in the distance. The scenery is really good. Just the fact you're just descending into this valley. Yes, we're going round there, look. And then going back underneath the line. That's a really tight curve. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely a cool bit of track. Right, we should get an announcement soon for the next station, Campascio. Those views, you just don't get bored of the views. we going to get an announcement? There we go.
Nächster Halt, Campascio.
Prossima fermata, Campascio.
Next stop, Campascio.
Next stop, Campascio. I could do that. Hire me. I'll do the English announcements. So we've only got a couple more stops to go. Oh, you're back. Oh, brakes. Who's always here you given a cookie? What, for the last like 40 minutes? Oh, God, hang on. That's that one. People getting off and then going, now what do I do? So I think it's 2 stations to go. Campaglio, yeah, Campocologno and Tirano. It's so good, isn't it? Oh, you can sod off again now. It's definitely a horny type whistly sort of thing. As horny type whistly sort of thing is going to go. So do we reckon the 166 is actually going to make it? I think it's just going to fail. I think the first sign of any sort of hill, and it's just going to go, nah, I ain't going to go up that. So what's the first? Campo Cologno. I think we got that far in the pacer. Right, 1.5k. 250 to 1. Blimey. It's because it's 7%. That's the issue. Alright, we've got a red after the next station. That's definitely quite view trees. Definitely quite view-like. It is very relaxing as a route. Because I say, you're just letting the cruise control do all the work, basically. It's going to feel really weird to actually be in a route where I've got to actually control the speed of the train when I come to do that again.
Nächster Halt, Campo Cologno.
Prossima fermata, Campo Cologno.
I think this is
Next stop, Campo Cologno.
I think this is as far as we got, wasn't it? Or no, that was where the pacer derailed. I think was there on that bend. That was quite a sharp bend. Right, yellow, red. Wonder what's down there then. Wonder what's down there to the left. Just depot. Yeah, the cars need a bit of work, didn't they? The AI models of the cars are a bit naff. Right, don't run the red. That was close. 8 meters. It's an odd interior. You got like these 4s and 2s for the tables, fine. Then you got these groups of 4 here. Then you got some more. Then you got toilet. Then you got the groups of. It just repeats itself. So it doesn't actually hold that many passengers, unless that's why they put. And there's the other end. So that's it. Yeah, it's definitely. Yes, I did. Yeah, it's definitely a bit an odd configuration. Whether it is, as someone said yesterday, to do with the weight, but then it's pulling. It's a train. Looks like any other train, but then we're pulling like 3 carriages behind. Right. So our final stop then next is wherever it is, Tirano. And then we'll go into free roam, because we know the timetable mode doesn't work on this because of the single track sections. And we'll see what the 166 does going uphill. Right, lock doors. Right, throttly type thing, release the brakey. Oh, balls. Hang on, we'll try that again. It's fine, we'll wait here this time until the light changes. Thankfully, this was the save point. Tell you what, we'll wait here. I hear a train. We'll wait then until the train comes the other way before we depart. There he comes. That's interesting. That's only pulling 2 carriages. I wonder if they only pulled 2 on the way. No. Yeah, we're pulling 3. I'm confused. Right. Let's try again. Time of the service, I suppose. less people. Right, the final run then down into Tirano. Yeah, it's a really nice route. It does feel like two different routes between doing it in the snow and doing it in the summer. I'd love to see it in the autumn and like in the spring. You know, in rain it'd be totally different. At night, I think it'd be so cool. I wouldn't stream it at night because you'll be able to see anything, but I think to actually do this at night would be really cool. I definitely prefer the down run than the up run. Mainly because you can see more. I'm actually slowing down to a 25 now. I think the snow on the way down would be different. I think going up, you're limited as to what you can see on the way up. But I think coming down, going around some corners and seeing the expanse out in front of you would be vastly different. So yeah, again, it's one of those where you'd want to try it at different times of the day and different weathers, and I think it would feel like a completely different line. And do you know what? An hour and 45-minute run doesn't feel like that. It hasn't felt like it's an hour and 3/4. Oh, indeed, rock on. Yeah, I think the AI could be better. You know, those vehicles look a bit naff. There's certain things that I think with a few tweaks it would be even better. But I think they've put a lot of time and effort into certain bits of it. And you never know, it may get updates. You know, once they get feedback, they may tweak things and improve on things. But it's certainly a good route. Yesterday, when I first started doing it, I didn't think it would be one I would recommend. And I even made a point of saying it's not one I could have seen me doing again. Now, I can actually see me doing this again. And you're going to see it on the streams. I think doing it, doing another snow run going down, certainly doing the scenarios, you know, delivering oil and stuff could be quite interesting. Right, I've actually got a red coming up. When we do get to the bottom, I will be sticking a 166 on and seeing how far up we can get the 166. Will it cope with a 7% grade? I should be slowing to a 15 now, but yeah, it'll be alright. We've actually got a red, so I'm going to apply a bit of brake. Must be waiting for something else to leave the station. Right, 200 meters. Is it going to stop us on a single track bit by the looks of things? What's the point unless you're waiting for something else to enter a passing loop?
Nächster Halt, Tirano.
Prossima fermata, Tirano.
Next stop, Tirano.
Next stop, Tirano. Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, we appear to be stopped, and I don't know why. Is there another train? We're there. We've got a red there, and that's green. Why is it giving us a red? We can't, there's nothing, they're just carriages. So there's no train coming out. Yeah, it's not letting us go in. Proceed at restricted speed. Oh, now we get a green. All right, in we go.
Oh, yeah.
Finjovi, John's unknown brother. Thanks very much for the follow. Right, in we come to Tirano. But we're now going uphill, that's a surprise. What an awesome run down that mountain it was. What a great route. What a really, really great route. But we're not done with it yet. Oh, you scumbag. Really? Right, we have arrived. Now, when this is over, we're going to enter free roam and stick a class 166 on. Well, I'm guessing you only load the carriages on at peak times, I should imagine. It's like we got 3 coming down. There'll be, there was 2 going up. So certain times they probably just run with the loco itself. So I imagine it'll uncouple, pull down, and reverse back round then go back around the other side of them, and then shunt these down to the end. Unless there's a shunt around here somewhere. Right, there we go. So it's 37 kilometers, and it took us 1 hour and 48 minutes. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. Right. What do we reckon then? Will the 166 get very far? Okay, choose a route. Free roam. Tirano, 10 o'clock. We're going to change it to August. Is Tirano want to be in it? Yeah. How do they get caught speeding? Well, it happens. Right. Let's Class 166 Great Western 3-car loaded, just to give us a bit of, you know. Okay. Was that because of the points? Hang on. I can't fit a 3-car in. Hang on, bear with me. There we go. All right. Okay. So, set path. We're not going all the way to the top, but we'll set our path to the top. We've got a green. Are we ready? Hang on, I better... Right then. We'll take it gently for this first bit. Just get ourselves out of the town. Right, slightly downhill. How far is it going to go? I think this thing struggled with the Licky incline. Right, well, that's 3%. Right, that's the beans, that's everything. .32 kilometers an hour. And that's flat out. We are in a 3-car loaded, so we are heavy. Oh, she's struggling. We're only at the 3.4% grade, exactly. We're not even getting anywhere near the 7%. It's just going to come to a stop, isn't it? We're going to get to a point where it just isn't going to go up. .9, 6.7. There we go. Wow. We're still flat out going forward. Derailed. Wow. Okay. So the 166 was a no. About a 150. Two-car loaded. Is a 150 better than a 166? Okay. I haven't done the 101. I think the 101 would actually do quite well because it'd be like the Pacer in that it would just stay. You could just leave it in first gear. Right, we got the green again. Golden squid and golden squids, squidettes, whatever you call yourself. Thank you and welcome. I've got a feeling this isn't going to do that well. The squidettes. Right. Is the 150 going to get further than the 166? Right. The beans. That's smoky. Oh, it's still accelerating in the 3%. Just. %. How far is it going to go? This does look out of place. It does a bit. Oh, I don't know though. A little bit. So flat out, 3.4% grade. Around this corner is when it gets steep. Oh. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it to derail. No, the pace, the 166 got further. So, do we try it again? And just wait to get around that corner before we give it the beans? That's interesting. Right. Okay, if I can get up the step. Okay, right, we'll try it again. Okay. Open the window. That into forward. Set the route. I don't know why I'm setting it right to the top, but okay. It's odd that it derailed. Is it because we're going fast around there than we did in the 166 in the Pacer? I wanted to get to that straight section. It does look a bit weird. Right, so I can keep the speed down. Ish. You could have a lot of fun with this, couldn't you? Just what sort of consists could you put on this route? Because you could just put something here. You could just spawn something on this straight. So get out of the station. Right, come on. Right, 3% grade. Speed's coming up slowly. We're quite close to that wall. Thing is, if I get on the power too soon, I'm going to derail. If I don't get on the power soon enough, we're just going to come to a stop. This would be quite cool, isn't it? You could imagine getting some carriages here, stopping them, running back, spawning something else in, and seeing if you could push stuff up the hill. Like get a load of diesel units or something and try and push things up the hill. Okay, we're not at full power. We're accelerating slowly. Right, there's this bend up here where we derailed. We weren't going that quickly either. Right, this is as far as the pacer got. Right, give it a bit. Bollocks. Ah, it got caught on the post. I think it got caught on that post. I think because the carriages are longer, it wouldn't go round. Yeah, Gary knocked it off. It wouldn't go round the bend. Damn it. Yeah, it wasn't, it derailed. It got caught on the post and the post dragged the carriage off. Okay, you have to get past that post then to have some fun with this. Anyway, there we go. And there we go. So yeah, there are some interesting scenarios which we will look at. Take your passengers to the most scenic locations and allow them to take beautiful photos along the way. Start your shift by taking a train to Ospizio, where you'll pick up your train for the day. Continue your first shift towards Tirano. Finish your passenger service at Tirano before picking up some wood wagons for Pontresina. It won't be the smooth ride you were expecting. Start your journey at Ospizio station, pick up oil tankers and deliver them to their respective locations. And deliver Christmas presents in all the stations. Finish your journey in Tirano. So some interesting scenarios there that I think we may have to do some of those over the coming weeks. I think those first two you could do in one stream. That plus another run you could do in a stream. That will be a stream, and so would that be. So I think we've got a few streams worth left on this route. However, on Saturday, when we come back and do some more of this, I think we're going to go back to Blackpool. We're going to have some proper pacer fun and do Blackpool branches. We'll have a look at that. That'll be Saturday lunchtime. Next stream, though, back tomorrow night. More snowy mountain fun in Winter Resort Simulator 2. Thursday night, we got some farming. Friday night, we got some trucking. Saturday night will be something multiplayer. And then Sunday afternoon, some more farming. Back on the farm. And then some more stuff back next week. So there we go. Thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 2 and a bit hours. And to these people as well. So to Finn, RSW and Andrea for following. Northern Spillage, Michael for subscribing. the moderator team for doing sod all, and Golden Squid for the raid. Thank you very, very much indeed. There we go. I will be back with some idiots tomorrow night to have fun on a mountain. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.